Hello everybody, today I'm sharing my Graphic 45 Sunkissed folio. I picked this up on Graphic 45's website. This is on sale. I love this paper. I was drawn to this image on the front, so I had to use it for the cover. I used one of the decorative border strips on the side just to accent the edge of it. I absolutely love how this turned out. The name of the collection is called Sunkissed. It's absolutely beautiful. I made this actually as a gift. I'm giving this to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. She and her husband, my father-in-law, went on a cruise to the Bahamas just about a month ago. And so I thought that they could use this to showcase their photos, and then they would have a place to share them and enjoy them, because it's kind of unusual for them to go on vacation. So I thought this was a good way to enjoy their photos, and this way we can all see them. And this paper is just beautiful, and I think they will love it too. And I just wanted to point out these two little kids up here playing in the water. Oh my god, they're just adorable. So hopefully, again, they will love this too. But so here's the folio. It's 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, and I think you would call it a tri-folio. It's very similar to many of the others that are online, except that I am a rubber stamper, so I had there was no ephemera left online, so I had to make my own. So that is very different than some of the others that are out there, because I didn't really have much except for just what comes in the 8 by 8 paper pack. So stay tuned for some surprises, because I had to make a lot of stuff. This is held closed with a magnet, and I just used a piece of paper to keep this closed, which acts as a little holder for the tag and a photo. This I just die cut with a die out of the paper, and then this opens up like an accordion. But I didn't have enough paper to do all of these pages. I ran out of paper, so I used cardstock out of my collection and dies to decorate the pages. I also use stencils. So I went through my stencil collection, and I was looking for like beachy Bahama looking things. Like this reminded me of sunshine and like the texture of the water, and like fish and bubbles. And so I was trying to pick out tropical kind of things that spoke to me, and I was going for colors that were inspired from the paper that was right here. So that's where I got my color inspiration from. So I matted each one of these panels, and each of these pictures are put down with removable adhesive. I hope when she gets this album, I'm going to tell her to pull these up and then replace them with her photos, so that the album is not too bulky. And she can obviously put her own sizes in, so if she wants to do add more photos, she can do smaller ones, or she can just put all 4x6s in, whatever she wants to do. But the dies are from all over. Some are from Hero Art, some are from Spellbinders, some are from Simon Says Stamp. Just a lifetime of collecting dies and creating. And I picked up some stickers from Hobby Lobby and used them to be my embellishments or journaling, and carried him on. This little guy is from Simon Says Stamps. I love this little seahorse. I did lots of little decorations with like gel pens and glitter. He sparkles, or she sparkles, whatever you want to do. I love the little fish in the background. Hopefully you guys love this and inspires you, even though maybe you don't have the perfect stuff to do whatever you're thinking in your album, to just carry on and keep going. Oh, and yep, yeah, there's a whole nother side to this I almost forgot. And this might actually be my favorite. My little, I don't know, I craft at night because my kids are asleep and that's when it's quiet. I don't know. I had this like little narrative in my head, like this little octopus or something was like making this pile of shells in the ocean, and I don't know. So there it is. And another little seahorse, because I just thought he was so adorable and whatnot. And I just used little bands here. Is just decoration, just trying to keep it simple. I used that to decorate the back of the, I don't know if you would call this a belly band, because it doesn't go across. I don't know what you call that, just a band. So that's the first section, and then this opens up to reveal the second two sections. This middle section is the meat of the the folio. The first one has a pocket, and I did the little tags with the stickers so she has places to journal, and obviously this will hold photos, and I made some little cards with the one page that did have some I don't know, I guess you would call it ephemera, the little cut aparts in there. I accented, again, I didn't have enough paper, so this is to make it balanced. I did one section. Each of the fronts have one section of cardstock with stenciling to make it feel balanced. I don't know if the whole thing will show up in the camera at the same time, but I did just to keep that continuity throughout the entire album. I did that, so I think that worked out well. Let me put, hold on one second, I got an escapee photo and tag, there we go. So then this opens up two different ways. This opens up this way. Oops, this little thing is just tacked down with repositionable adhesive again, so she can do her own photo arrangement on these pages, but I just liked how the seahorse's tail kind of curved around that. And I love the jellyfish. He has a Winkastella on there. And then little fish and starfish. He's just tucked there. This is not a pocket. I decided I didn't want to add any more bulk, so I didn't make this a pocket. I was so tempted, but I did not. So that's not a pocket, but that closes back this way. But then this opens up this way. And I used my dies to build a sandcastle. And I found a little bucket and filled it with sand and a little, what do you call that, shovel. I just was having a little blast, a little tag from the ephemera. And then this keeps going and opens up some more. And now this is like the big main section of this. Again, I don't think all of this will open up, but there's three, I'm gonna kind of three sections here, and then they each have a panel that opens up. So there's and they're symmetrical. So there's the sand dollar, and I put a tag in here that has little fish at the bottom. And then there's the coral page. And then on the far side, we have the sand dollar, the tag with the blue fish, the coral page with the seahorse. And then the center page is some, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what to call this paper. I call it like batik paper, but I made that the center paper. And then my favorite paper with the turtles at the top. And I didn't put a ton of pictures because I just didn't want to cover up the turtles. So of course she's welcome to do whatever she wants, so she can put as many photos or as little photos or whatever she wants up here, but I only put one up there just so I could enjoy the turtles while it was living with me. And then it's back here, you know, when you close them up, to the 3 5x7s here. So that's the meat of the middle section. And then lastly, and the third section, this is just a pocket, and inside the pocket I made a little folio, a little booklet, I guess, that houses some pictures so they can put like a little day trip in here. I cut one of the turtles out of the page just to brighten that up and carried this out. I left this open so she can journal, and then on the back she can put like a 5x7, or she could break this up and put 2 smaller photos here if she wants. Again, this is all repositionable adhesive, so she can reposition any of the white pieces. And I left this as just tuck behind the numbers, so I just thought that would be a good place to write, like, you know, we took a cruise, this is the cruise line, and, you know, we cruised for X amount of days, and we ate too much, and blah, whatever they want to write about their cruise. And then here, this will also hold a 4x6. I just made the top parts of the letters, just the tippity tops here, just mostly so we could, you know, salvage as much as the turtle paper as possible if they want to put a 4x6 as like their big photo there, or journaling, or whatever she wants to do, or she could just leave it, whatever she wants to do. This is her album. I have to relinquish control as I give it to her this weekend. And there you go. That is the album that I made, and I love it. I used 1 pack of the 8x8, and again, like I said, I didn't have quite enough, but with supplementing just that very little bit of of cardstock. It was plenty to do this. I would definitely do this again. I actually had a lot of fun making the ephemera. Sometimes, you know, we just pull it out of a bag and stick stuff on, and this was actually a lot of fun to do all the die cutting and stenciling, and I enjoyed it. So I hope this inspires you to get crafty. Please leave me a note telling me what you think, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So have a great time, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.